that moment when you admit that you have a problem. And for all of us here at the meeting, the problem we admitted to ourselves and our creators, if we have them, is, I'm not a great public speaker, but I could be. So what did we do in response to our problem? We talked to friends, we looked on Google, we checked with career centers, and someone suggested to us Toastmasters. That's an option for you if you want to be a better public speaker. So we screwed up our courage, put it in the sticking place, and we went to our first meeting. And that was great. We'd solved problem number one. We were in the right place. We knew what to do. But we didn't have the solution to problem number two. I'm at a Toastmasters meeting. There are a lot of really great speakers here. How do I convince them that I'm not completely awkward, completely inept, and that I can be one of them? The answer to that problem is we find a way to practice. And there are a couple of options for doing that. You can come to a club like Extreme Toastmasters, and you can speak off the cuff. You can practice projects for work. You can do a few run-throughs of toast you're going to do at an upcoming wedding. And you can get feedback there. And that's great if you have a goal in mind. If your only goal is, well, I want to be a better public speaker, what do? Toastmasters actually has the answer for that. As a member of a Toastmasters club, you have access to the Pathways education program. Pathways just rolled out in the last year or so here in the Chicago area, and it's a new and exciting option for becoming a better public speaker. Pathways includes 15 different speeches in 14 different projects, and you get to pick what these projects are depending on the goals that you have, because these projects are organized into paths. It's a little like having a major in college, but it's all about the kind of public speaking you want to do. I mentioned earlier that because I train people at work, I'm in the effective coaching path. There are some people who want to be conference speakers or consultants. They might take a path called presentation mastery, which focuses on feeling comfortable in front of audiences and having sophisticated delivery skills with your content. Someone who's working in marketing or sales might want to choose strategic relationships. And if you're supervising a team, whether it's for software, sales, human services, anything, you might benefit from the path called team collaboration. Each one of these paths has a different set of projects based around what kind of needs you have. If you're a presenter, you'll spend most of your time working on things like being better with visual aids behind you, or engaging with stadium-sized audiences. But if you're in effective coaching, it might be more useful to be able to run a question and answer session if you're teaching someone. All of these projects are customizable to the needs that you have. And that's really the beauty of Pathways. Instead of the old Toastmasters system where everyone did the same 10 speeches, everybody can do 15 speeches that meet their exact needs. It's a great option. And how do you do it? When you're in your club, you can talk to the Vice President of Membership or the Vice President of Education and say, I'm interested in this Pathways business. How do I get started? First thing you'll do is sign up online, because this is a fully online-based curriculum. It's part of the modern era. You don't have to lug a book around with you all the time like you're still in college. Step number one, online, is taking the questionnaire. It's going to ask you questions about your strengths. Okay, well, maybe I'm comfortable speaking among friends or at informal occasions, but I go stiff as a board in front of a lecture hall. Maybe you want to look at speaking in a more formal way for presentations. There are options for that. Maybe you want to do things like focus groups, collaboration. All of those options are there for you, and the questionnaire is going to take all of this into account, and it's going to suggest a path for you. You can take the one it suggests, or you can choose a different one. That choice is entirely up to you, and you have 10 different options there. But even though all of those paths are different, when you get to level 1, you have a core set of projects that you're going to share with every other member so that there's someone in the club who can give you specific guidance about what you're doing. Your first speech is always going to be the icebreaker. You come up for 4 to 6 minutes, going to talk about yourself and get over that initial nervousness. The next 2 speeches you do are from the evaluation and feedback project, which is where you learn how Toastmasters give that constructive criticism, start integrating it into the club meetings, and use it to improve. I'm actually up here tonight on my second speech for evaluation and feedback. I had the opportunity to give this speech a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm here doing it again, a little bit better this time, with the option to improve. And next week, I'm going to be here with my last speech in level 1, which is the research and presenting project. Altogether, these 4 speeches are going to give you all of the fundamental skills that you need to be a comfortable, confident, and polished speaker. So, whenever you're ready, come see me. We'll pick your path. Mr. Toastmaster.